There is always two components when you have to achieve. First one is motivation to get started. Second one is willpower that pushes you towards success. When I'm talking about this willpower itself, we all know that this plays a major role when it comes to our mindsets and ourselves, because willpower is something that not everyone can have. Willpower is really hard to get. Let me tell you this, there is a huge difference between willpower and motivation. In this video, I'll be telling you how to build your willpower when it comes to the failure stages of business also. This video is also going to tell you about how to actually build your willpower even in the most critical stages, and these points are also going to help you develop willpower. And when I'm talking about willpower and everything, I'll tell you about all of this. Continue watching this video. I'm Varsha Renukumar. Welcome to the Freedom Business English channel. Do not forget to subscribe and download our Freedom app. Moving on to the part of what is willpower and what is motivation. Do you think both are the same? No, it's not the same. When it comes to this, willpower is completely different, motivation is completely different. Motivation is something that you see from others, learn from others, and you're determined to do it, and you want to do it, and you feel like starting it right away, and you feel like achieving something towards it. Motivation is everything that drives you towards your successful story, but willpower is something that keeps you going along the journey, because there are so many stages in life where you feel like you should be giving up. But that is not what you have to do. Every time when it comes to will, you have to keep moving, and that is what keeps you pushing. And when we think about our failure stages, or when we think about insults or criticism that happens around us, what we tend to do is that we lose self-confidence. Willpower pushes you towards all that. And if you're strong at your willpower, all of this can never stop you. So let me tell you a couple of things that can help you develop and achieve when it comes to willpower, and also the points I tell you, you have to keep in mind so that this can also turn from weakness to strength. First one is, do not take too much at once. When we know that if at all you want to achieve something in your mind and there is a goal that you have to reach at the end, you always have to start with baby steps. Start by taking things in a slow process. Step by step, you will reach there. You have to start in an easier way so that you are determined more at doing it. For example, if you start a diet plan, you have to make sure that you give it a week time, and then a 2 weeks time, and then a month time, and then you're used to it, and then your mind is determined that all of these months I've already put in efforts. You got to push yourself, and then when you plan of giving up on the second month, that's where you're going to look back and think that I did this for 1 month and I should not stop now. That's where you have to keep going, and this is what willpower is all about. How did you push yourself through the first and the second week? Because if you're determined enough, you can start doing it. That's why started by doing small activities, or started with a small timeline. Move on then later by telling that, okay, now I've kept up so far and then I'll keep doing it. Another example that we can take is that we all know that when it comes to morning jog, it's really hard for few of us to get up in the morning. That's where you start by doing it for a week, and then you get used to it, and then because you started doing for a month, you're going to start feeling guilty that you should not be stopping, because your willpower has pushed you for a month. Have a strong willpower so that can make sure that you wake up in the morning and go for a jog, so that it can also help you keep fit. It's the same way when it comes to starting a business by a lower margin and then thinking about it over time, because once you've completed a long time, and business is a long-term plan, this is going to keep you going, because willpower will eventually get trained to work smart and work easy. Next one is avoid temptations. We are all easily distracted. For example, if you're a person who's thinking about reducing weight, you will start getting distracted. If at all you're a sweet tooth, you will feel like having one more cupcake or one more cookie, which can actually not result in what you're expecting. But what if your mind is so strong that one day I have to reach the point where I want to reduce when it comes to weight, and that is why I'm going to cut down now. Always start by thinking the same way even when it comes to business. You don't have to think about the present, think about the future. If you work hard today and your business grows, over time you don't even have to work hard so much, because that would have given you enough space and enough timeline to take your own time and relax yourself. So working hard now should be your goal, and that is where you keep telling every day that today I'm going to work hard because tomorrow I'm going to have my own relaxed time. If I work hard today, or if I study hard hard today, tomorrow I'm gonna have best results. Take it step by step by pushing yourself, telling every day that to avoid temptations, because today if you avoid them, over the time, this is gonna give you enough results that one day when you've actually reduced weight, you can have an entire jar of cookies. That is how it actually works. Always think of yourself. Think of how you should give yourself some time, and when it comes to business also, you have to make sure that you do not get distracted easy. Keep your focus on, because it becomes easier over time. Next one is always reward yourself. When it comes to willpower, you have to motivate and push yourself also. But when it comes to being strong about it, it's easier to think that what am I doing and why should I do it? This is where you tend to give up and go. And that is the reason why I keep telling that willpower is something really strong that has to keep pushing you to survive every day at the goal that you're trying to reach. And when it comes to this particular point of reward yourself, make sure that once you reach the target stone or the milestone of where you're trying to go, try rewarding yourself by giving yourself some credit and a pat on your back, so that you will have to just go a bit more. Every day, if you keep pushing yourself so much, and if you actually see the results, your willpower will become stronger and stronger. Watch more and talk to more inspiring people, because when you actually listen to them, you're going to get motivated, and motivation can also be one of the most important reasons that can strengthen your willpower to go towards the goal that you're planning to achieve. When you listen to a couple of stories, and when you listen to the point until where they fell and they thought that there was no way to go, yet still they rose above with the head held high, and the way they came up with so many of the present successful stories, you're going to get more and more impressed, and you will feel like keeping up with the motivation itself. And if you listen to a part where you also are keeping up the same track according to those inspiring people and what they were doing, you're going to also feel happy that you are also somewhere on the road of success, because they have done it and you can too. No inspiring person has come and told till today that I am the only person who can do it. They've always told that if I can do it, you can also do. That motivation has to keep your willpower so strong that you have to push yourself, because today's hard work can actually give you a fruitful success that you would have never thought of. So always strengthen your willpower by pushing yourself and giving and getting to know more and more motivational stories, because these motivational stories are going to act like a fuel to your willpower vehicle. Next one is meditate. Always meditate, because this is going to give you so much time to explore yourself and your mind that can calm you down and help you in building a really strong willpower. When you think of meditation itself, you are talking to yourself, your soul is intact with you, and you're trying to have a calmer atmosphere. Also try getting help of some music, because this can also help you and take you to a relieved state of mind, and this is going to give you more and more ways to think about yourself. Focus on the determined work that you're planning to do. When it comes to business, I think this is the most important thing, because so many of them actually need time for themselves and understand their state of mind, because it becomes easier over the time when you're thinking about how to plan my day. And when you have a relaxed mind, you have a lot of things to do in the entire day, and it becomes easier for you to focus and work over the time. And this will also help you build and strengthen your willpower, because this is the one which can calm your mind, and you will know that what state your mind is in and what is the most important thing, and how can you keep your mind at peace, and also make sure that you have patience. These are the things that I had in mind for you to develop and strengthen your willpower when it comes to the entire point of business. And when you keep these things in mind, implement it and also use it, because these are the ones which can help you to go about with the business in an easier way. Hope I've given you enough information. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Also download our Freedom app, because it's got way more than 800 courses, even about business and marketing. You can start by learning different types of business if you're interested to start a business. And when we are talking about business, it's always been supported by the financial principles as well. We even have personal finance that deals with subsidiaries, schemes, and also most importantly stock market that you have to learn about. We even teach you about investment, so that you can learn more and more and get examples of live mentors who've actually started this particular business and experienced and gone through a lot of challenges. This can also build a long detailed information that you are looking forward for. When it comes to organic farming, you can also think about more in detail, because organic farming has so much to think and talk about, because we all know that agro-based industry is going to rule the future, and that is where you get to learn more about this. And as I said, do not forget to download. By saying all this, that's a wrap on this video. Thank you so much. Get wise and break free.